19 of them, जो इस सप्लीमेंट्री डिमांड्स फॉर ग्रांट्स के विषय में चर्चा में भाग ली, उन सबको मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाह रही हूँ। और बहुत सारे विषय एक सदस्य जो उठाए उसी को दूसरी तीसरी सदस्य उठाने में मैं विषय को जवाब देने के लिए कोशिश करती हूँ। अगर आपके आदेश पिछली बार मुझे याद है, अगर सदस्य जो प्रश्न पूछा और वो सदस्य अभी जवाब के समय नहीं है, उनका जवाब देना आवश्यक नहीं है, मैं उसको पालन करना चाहती हूँ। इसीलिए 19 लोग हैं, 19 का नाम एक स्पीडीली मैं पढ़ लेती हूँ। शशि तरूर जी, राजीव प्रताप रूडी जी, it is not in a particular order of the speaking. सेंथिल कुमार जी, सौगता रॉय जी, विनायक राउत जी, मिथुन रेड्डी जी, भर्तृहरि मेहताब जी, रंजीत रेड्डी जी, सुप्रिया सूले जी, निहाल चंद जी, तिरुनावुकरसर जी, पीके कुन्यालन कुट्टी जी, आरिफ जी, दानिश अली जी, हसनैन मसूदी जी, असादुद्दीन ओवैसी जी, मनोज रजौरिया जी, राममोहन नायडू जी, एनके प्रेमचंद्रन जी, आखिर आदिर रंजन चौधरी जी भी ज्वाइन किए। सर, इसमें स्पेसिफिकली डिमांड, सप्लीमेंट्री डिमांड्स फॉर ग्रांट्स, it does come once or even twice in a financial year. This is the first batch of supplementary grants.
माननीय मंत्री जी, मैं बीच में एक मिनट बराज जाए, मैं बीच में टोकूंगा ठीक नहीं, इसलिए अभी समय का व्यवस्था देता हूं। आज सदन का समय आप सबकी सहमति हो तो माननीय मंत्री जी के जवाब समाप्ति तक बढ़ाया जाए। माननीय मंत्री, विधेयक पास होने
अप्रोप्रिएशन बिल है ना, उसके बाद
बिल भी पास करना है,
अप्रोप्रिएशन
बिल समाप्ति तक पास होने दो, बिल समाप्ति तक। ये टेक्निकल शब्द किसी ने मुझे बताया था, समाप्ति तक बोला है, पारित हो नहीं हुए तो पता नहीं है ना।
So this is the first batch of supplements, sir. Sorry?
He's present.
Oh, you're present now. So the first batch of supplementary demands for grants of 1920 is what we have been discussing for the last couple of hours. In this, about 64 grants and 2 appropriations are being discussed. Now, 64 grants out of 100. So not all of them are on discussion. In these demands and appropriation, authorization is being sought for gross additional expenditure of 21,246 crores, 0.55 crores. Some come under the capital and some come under the revenue expenditure. Just 1 minute, I would like to elaborate on the 3 heads under which supplementary demands normally come. The first is where you're talking about cash supplementary, the demand for supplementary under the cash outgo heading. And the second is that which comes under the technical supplementary. And the third is token supplementary. So always, as always, and forever, in our scheme of budget and budget process, supplementary demand for grants, which normally derive from the budget which has been passed, normally not beyond the budget, is under these 3 categories only. Now, when under the 3 categories, why do they get categorized under 3 categories? I just want to broadly tell you that when you're talking of the cash outgo, under which comes the J&K, if I take that example of that 8,820 crores, the allocation now comes under a different heading altogether. Although we are dealing with the 14th Finance Commission's awards, and this is the last year of that award, the award amount is as decided by the formulation given by the 14th Finance Commission. The reason why we have to now state it is, let me please dispel this notion that this is all is being given for J&K, not at all. Under the 14th Finance Commission award, this being the last year, whatever has been given for Jammu Kashmir as a state now has to also go through a different head or a line which puts J&K as a union territory with an assembly, which puts Ladakh as a union territory. So what was given as a state for J&K, that united J&K, both Ladakh and J&K, is now got to go through a different head for J&K as a union territory and for Ladakh as a union territory. And honorable members will obviously be aware, and I don't want to say it here in so many different words, but union territories draw from the center's pool. And states get it directly from the consolidated fund because they are devolved directly post the Finance Commission's awards. Now, in the course of 14th Finance Commission's tenure itself, it so happens that the state has come to being, the union territories have come to being from 31st October, so the devolution should happen to it even within the term of the 14th Finance Commission, which has already dealt with it as one state. So naturally, the line or the head under which it has to go has to be redone. And therefore, we are now putting it under the supplementary demand, not that we are just giving only 8,000 and the story's ended. The need for it to come is because, as you all honorable members are aware, any small change in the budgetary heads, vertically or horizontally, will have to come for approval in this honorable House. And therefore, Jammu and Kashmir comes in here. So let me please remove this thought from all your minds that this is all that we give to J&K, they need a lot more. Obviously, they need a lot more. And that will now come through the 15th Finance Commission's recommendation, like everybody else is going to get it through the 15th Finance Commission's recommendations. This is the last year. So that's one of the reasons why the amount is what it is. It is part of what it was in the larger budget of July, and we have now only appropriated and sought to appropriate it through a different head because the status is different. It's no longer a state, it's a union territory. That is one explanation. Now, recapitalization also comes under, for the insurance company, also comes under this net cash outgo head, and under the first heading, which under the supplementary demands for grants. So does the pay and allowances, and so does the space project. I was a bit hurt to hear Professor Saudgata Roy tell the whole House, do you need to give ISRO the space program now that they've failed Chandrayaan? Professor, you're fairly familiar how experiments work, especially in frontier sciences. Do you think one hard landing is a sign of a failure? Entire world admires ISRO. I wouldn't want a senior member like you to please come and stay in this House, which feels extremely proud, and I'm sure going back home, you'll feel extremely proud about ISRO, to say, why should you give this money? That's a different story. That's a different story. But then to deny them, that's no way of, I don't think anyone, and I'm very sure your intention is not to punish the ISRO. Your intention is also to say, please do it next time better, but that doesn't mean that we should stop the money that which should go to them. I'm sure the entire House and you too, heart of hearts, agree to it, so I'll allow that. So then, if this is the way we explain what goes out under cash supplementary, which is the first heading under which we come for any supplementary demand for grants. The second is the technical supplementary, under which we've quoted 2,249.37, which goes to the local bodies as grants, 1,000 crore, and the other one which goes for the LPG for poor households. Now, why does the technical supplementary happen? Technical supplementary happens when there is a change from one to another within a particular ministry. If there is some expenditure here and moves it over to which I would call technically, not so technically, horizontal movement from one heading to another within a particular scheme. It could be revenue, which was voted for revenue, moving to capital, which is voted for capital, or the other way around. So the need for us to come to the House for an approval or ask for a supplementary grant clearance from this House is because the heading changes there. Revenue to capital or capital to heading, revenue. And the final one is the token supplementary within a particular grant and within the same section, which is within the same silo. If it moves from one heading to another, then this token supplementary happens. So that is where 1.28 crores are being sought here for approval under the token supplementary. So supplementary demand for grants is looked at from these three different silos. This is nothing beyond what July budget has given us, and you have, Honorable House has cleared for us. So we are not coming to say, here we give additional, there we don't. It's not that. It is only a reallocation on very many heads and recategorization, because of which the House has to be informed, House's permission has to be sought. So I just want to make that absolutely plain when we're talking about supplementary grants. Now I just move from one to another on the various questions which very many members have asked. July budget. Only after 5-6 months you come with a change in allocations, and your revenue is all not being up to mark. I just want to give you this particular data. Oh, before that, the first speaker, Shashi Tharoor, mentioned even for fisheries, you've not even done anything, whereas you promised that you would give a separate ministry. A new Department of Fisheries has been started. And in the BE of 2019-20, 804.75 crores have been allocated for them. And as on date, that department, which is specializing only in fisheries, has expenditure already cleared for 291.99 crores. Not just that we have not given, we've given allocated money, money is also getting spent. And questions about revenue receipts, questions about what is the kind of expenditure. I just want to give you a figure which is relevant up to October 2019. These are all estimates, but actual expenditure is what I'm giving you, subject to correction. Revenue receipts, 15.06% growth. And up to 2019 October, it's 9,07,634. So please let us, at least in this House, take the data that it is going up and not coming down. Revenue expenditure, which is important, especially when I've heard a lot of honorable members saying, government should spend, consumption needs boost. You have to give consumption a stimulus. Revenue expenditure has gone up by 13.61%, and capital expenditure has also gone up by 13.7%. So government and its expenditure is not remaining still. In order to boost consumption from the government side, we are really moving ahead with clearing the bills, paying all the dues, and so on. So consumption from that point of view, and the concerns consumptions, I would like to sort of place. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to that. I'll come to you. I'll come to that particular question. No, that's all right. That's all right. Then this issue of Manrega. Oh, you've cut down. Rural consumption is very poor. Rural demand is lying low. You have to do. On that, even 2 days ago, while responding to the corporate tax bill, I said how much has the loan outreach by the public sector banks, both in October and in November, have extended to the various categories of people who wanted. But then you said that's loan. Manrega's wages. What are you doing about it? In fact, cut. No, we have not cut. And I'll give you the data for it. Actually, Manrega has received funds like never before. Should I start from 12-13? 33,000 crores, B. 29,387 crores, RE. Actuals, 30,273.60, 12-13. So in that order, it was 33,000 crores, again 13-14, 34,000 crores, 14-15, and so on. What is it now? 60,000 crores. All right? And you would say that B, I'll go to the RE and the actuals of the previous year. 2018-19, which is just the last financial year, 55,000 crores, B, 61,084 crores, RE, actual, 61,829 crores, actual. All right? I'll read this out for all the years, but you also said, my state Kerala. My state Kerala, and later I heard Supriya ji also say Maharashtra. I've just managed to cull out urgently something. 2013-14, in crores, Kerala, 1,277 crores. 2018-19, 2,355 crores. All right. This year, workers not getting it. I'll come to that also. How DBT is actually making it reach the actual workers and not the dalals. Dalals are not getting it. I agree. Okay? Kerala. No dalal, no cheating. Actually, it goes to the worker. No dalal anywhere. Okay. Just 2019-20, the current year, which ended in March, all right? Am I right now? Yeah. As on 4th December, the data that we've collected in 2019, Kerala, again, what was it in 13-14? 1,277. What is it as on 4/12/2019? 2,199. Okay. Now Maharashtra. 2013-14. All right, fine. If you're convinced, I'll lay it here. You can always take it. Thank you. Okay. So Manrega is better implemented, gets more money. Through DBT, it goes to the workers themselves. No dalal, and therefore, you be sure we are actually doing well on that. And let me also say this particular data, which will be of interest to all of us. Actually, the DBT, does it really mean that we're saving money? Are we not letting go any leakages unattended? No. Every leakage has been plugged. And what is the total savings since the time DBT has started getting implemented under different headings? One heading it would have started earlier, some other heading a little bit later. But on average, last 5 years, DBT is active. 1,41,676 crores is what we've saved by stopping leakages. And for that, by heading of the schemes, the data is available. I'll leave it on the table of the House for any member who will be interested. I'll give you all the records. Money wouldn't go for sitting at home, sir. Money goes only when they're working. Okay. Then I go over to, again, Manrega. 2019-2020. During 2019-20, which is now, up to now, 6.2 crore individuals from 4.4 crore households have been provided employment. How many? 6.2 crore individuals this year have been given Manrega employment. And they belong to 4.4 crore households. I'm coming, sir. I mean, come on. Listen, no, please. 169.71 crore person days. 169.71 person days of employment has been generated. 169.71 person days of employment has been created. So So that's your Manrega performance. Now,
भाई आपको पता नहीं चल रहा सीधा खाते में जा रही है वो इन्होंने बताया
I'm not member from Senthil Kumar Dharmapuri, Honorable MP, raised the issue about the AIIMS in Madurai. Union Cabinet approved establishment of AIIMS in Madurai at a cost of 1264 crores in December 2018. The ministry has appointed RITES as the agency to carry out the pre-investment work. Work is going on. The project was approved and taken under the rolling plan by the Department of Economic Affairs for external development assistance under the JICA, which is the Japanese International Cooperation Agency, and that is the work going on there. As on 2019-20, an amount of 5 crores has been transferred by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to AIIMS Madurai for the construction of the boundary wall. Expected preparatory survey work by JICA is expected to be completed by the first week of January 2020. That's just a status for you to be informed, because you did raise that question. And maybe Honorable Member Senthil Kumar again spoke about rural sanitation and wondered how many are still being used. They're all being constructed, but they may not be under use. The National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey of 2018-19 has found that 96.5% of all households having access to a toilet use them regularly. And therefore, let's not have apprehension about what is it being. All right? So then, I go back to...
Don't challenge, create awareness.
No, that's okay. Huh? Your constituency may be one among the several which are surveyed. Your intention and government's intention are not very different, sir, but this is not my survey. It is done by an independent agency. All right? I'm not here to inspect any constituency. You're the MP of that area. You will take care, I'm assured. You're the MP of that area. You will ensure that government's money, which is spent for the public cause of sanitation, it will have its right fruits. You're the MP. You're the elected person there. Take care that public money which comes from both center and state governments are spent properly. You're there, sir, representing all of us. All right? I'm sure you will talk in your committees, responsible committees about it. All right? Sir, I can't hear you, sir, please.
Continue your reply. He was already take his seat.
Yeah, I'll continue my reply. Thank you very much. That's very considerate. I'll go back to talking about the outreach, because concern is about rural demand, rural economy, money not reaching rural areas. I just want to highlight in November and October, MSMEs, NBFCs, corporates, retail, agricultural sector borrowers, all of them have been reached through the loans which were given to them. MSME loans totaled to 37,210 crores in October alone, 35,775 alone crores in November. So nearly 72,000 crores have been given only to MSME in those 2 months. NBFCs, who will further lend to other customers, 17,163 crores in October, 25,005 in November. Then home loans, 12,166 crores in October, 15,088 crores in November. Vehicle loans, 7,085 in October, 4,003 in November. Education loans, 425 in October, 686 in November. Agriculture loans, 40,504 crores in October, 37,870 crores in November. And there are other loans. So totally, 2,52,589 crores in October was dispersed for all these headings, and 2,39,245 crores were dispersed in November. So rural areas, and these happened, as I said earlier, in 400 districts of the country, in the hinterland, not in metropolitan cities. There was also this concern that FDI inflow is all affected. You're not getting money. Professor, I remember very strong words. Fear everywhere. No investment will come. Yeah. Fear factor is fear. That's what you're saying. Fear everywhere. Yeah? Fear everywhere. Sir, if you permit, sir. If you permit, sir. ठीक है सर FDI inflows, sir. FDI inflows. I just want to tell you, first half of 18-19, there was 17. I'm talking about the net inflows. I'm not even giving the gross figures. Net inflows, $17 billion FDI, H1 of 18-19. H1 of 19-20, which is this year's first half, $20.9 billion. That was 17, and this is 20.9. Fear factor, Professor Saugata Roy, doesn't exist. So that is one figure for you, particularly about investment. Yeah, it can be 550 plus. I agree. It can be even more. Sir, capital infusion to banks happened, sir, and you are aware that I had announced it in the budget also, inclusive of IDBI. We had to give that money to the IDBI. I want to give a bit of a detail on it. So before I go, that's a bit of a long answer, but before I go to talking about IDBI, I want to talk about onions.
इतना लंबा सुनना है, पूरा सुनना है, सुना दो इनको.
Sir, so season-wise area and production estimates of onions as given by the Horticulture Division, Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Ministry as of 15/11, Honorable Ministers here, 15/11/19 are as follows. There has been definitely a reduction in the area of cultivation. Area in 2017-18 for the Kharif was 2.68, and in 18-19 it is 3.30, which is more. But in 19-20 it's come down to 2.60. So the area of production has come down. Now production quantity in 17-18 it was 44.08 metric tons, lakh metric tons. 18-19 it was 50.64. This year the first estimates, advanced estimates, is 38.87. There is a shortfall. Late Kharif also there is a shortfall. Acreage has come down from 1.63 to 0.81. And the production has come down 30.18 to 13.19. Drastic fall in the outfall in the late Kharif. And Rabi, 8.54 acre in 17-18, which was in 18-19, 8.23. I can't give you the acreage now because sowing has just started, and then therefore the assessments are yet to be received. So there is a reduction in the area of cultivation and also a reduction in the output. But then, wait a minute, I'm coming, I've not finished. I'm coming, I've not finished what steps we have taken. I'm stating the background and saying what kind of steps we have taken to ensure that onions reach the market. So,
बाजार में आग लग गए हैं।
ऐसे ही कर रहे हो। अपने 10 साल की महंगाई देखो, पहले आंकड़े देख लेना एक बार।
अधीर रंजन जी को एक शब्द याद है, आग लग गई है।
आदत है ना, आग लगाने का आदत है। आग लग गए हैं। 140 रुपया किलो, एक किलो प्याज की दर।
ठीक है जी।
लोगों की जेब खाली,
Sir, the price stability fund, the price stabilization fund has been used, and therefore a buffer stock of about 57,302.90 metric tons of onions was built, and this was based on the Rabi harvest of April-May 2019. From Maharashtra, 48,184 metric tons, and Gujarat, 9,189 metric tons were procured for that purpose, out of which a quantity of around 26,842 metric tons, which is about 46.78% of procurement, was supplied to the various governments, agencies, cooperatives, and sold in various mandis through open auction during the period ending October 2019. So it's not as if we have not taken some steps. You have said some steps. I'm telling you some of the steps which we are taking. अरे मेरा पूरा सुनिए ना, पूरा सुनिए ना.
माननीय मंत्री जी के अलावा किसी का दर्ज नहीं हो।
So, a quantity of around 11,513 metric tons, which is again 20% of low-quality onions, were disposed by the NAFED in local markets. I just want to give you the figures as a percentage also. Total procurement buffer stock position of Rabi-based onions as on 2nd December 2019 is 57,372.90 metric tons. That is the total procured. Total storages of 56,000 and so on. So the steps which we've taken, other than procurement, I want to let you know the distribution which is happening through open auction in mandis such as Kolkata, Bhubaneswar, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Chennai. Onions also supplied to states and other agencies for retailing, distribution, and supplied to Delhi NCR through Mother Dairy, NCCF, and the NAFED, and Government of NCT of Delhi for direct retailing at regulated prices have been distributed. I also want to say the export of onions have been banned by the DGFT's notification as of September 2019, 29 September, so it must have come into implementation at the fag end of September. Stock limits of onions imposed in September on that same notification, 29/9/19, 100 quintals on retail traders and 500 quintals on wholesalers under Essential Commodities Act. So that has also been invoked. Government has decided to import or procure from open market 1 lakh metric tons of onions from surplus countries and regions. In this regard, you must have seen in the media, MMTC has already floated the tenders. So, NAFED...
All the measures you have taken does not have any tangible impact upon the market. It will take time. It will take time.
All right, sir. NAFED was directed to procure surplus onions from Rajasthan and other distribution centers and to send it to deficit states. So that activity is also going. dispatch of onions from Alwar, Rajasthan, which I want to give you because that procurement has definitely gone to certain parts. Gone to Delhi, 28 truckloads have gone to Delhi, which is directly from Alwar. 442 metric tons have come from there. Bihar, 8 truckloads have gone. 263.03 metric tons have been sent from Alwar directly to Bihar. Jharkhand, 5 truckloads have been sent. 179.64 metric tons have gone to Jharkhand directly from Alwar. So there are many other propositions. MMTC is importing from Egypt. MMTC has placed an order from Turkey. They are also coming in. So I just want to let you know, that various steps have been taken for the distribution of onion in the shortage-ridden areas. This is some steps which I have given. There are many others which the concerned ministry will also speak about. Then Supriya ji also raised this question. Agriculture has not been included in the supplementary demand for grants. I just want to say that agriculture in the BE of 2018-19 was 46,700 crores, 18-19 BE. Whereas in the BE of 19-20, it has risen to 1,30,485, which is 250% increase for agriculture allocation between last year and this year. So I just want to draw Honorable Member Supriya's attention to this. I'm not sure if the member who raised this issue is around, but for the benefit of the House, without taking his name, as per your order, Speaker Saab, I will just respond. Allocation for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are coming down. One member did say passionately. I just wanted to reply. Is he here? No, I can't see him. You're here. All right, fine. I just want to let you know, sir, scheduled castes, actuals of 17-18 budget was 49,492 crores in 17-18 for scheduled castes, which went to 56,618.5 in the BE of 18-19. In the RE of 18-19, it was reconciled to be 62,473.86. Just for you, before you ask me the question, I can see you waiting to ask me a question. These allocations are across all demands. Those number of demands in the budget are about 100. All put together is what I'm giving you, hence not of one particular scheme. All right, if that is in RE of 2018-19, BE of 2019-20, which is what is going on now, honorable members will be happy to know what was 49,492 crores in 17-18 has now in the BE of 19-20 gone up to 81,340.74 crores SC. This is only for scheduled castes. Now I'll come to scheduled tribes. 2017-18 actuals. 2017-18 actuals for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, 31,913.72 crores. I will not go through the step by step, but BE 39,134 for the next year, 41,093 for the RE of 18-19. But what is it now? BE of 19-20. From 31,913.72 crores, it is now 52.884.82 crores. So SPs and ST allocations have only grown and grown substantially for member Ritesh, to be sure. All right. Now, you can always move on to something else. No? Okay, fine. Last 2 points. I finished onions. I have just the... Yeah. No, you can't now. Listen, since you've raised it, I'll finish this. IDBI. I'm sure all of us will like to hear this. IDBI, yes. क्योंकि 2008 से लेकर 2014 तक इनके सब फोन पे चला, इनको दो, लोन देते जाओ, चाचा, भतीजा, भाई, बहन, सबको मिला। हैं जी? As a result, So, due to the aggressive lending from 2008 to 2014, gross advances of IDBI Bank increased from 82,664 crores to 2,03,376 crores. Rampant, मेला, सबको दे दो, ये हुआ. All right? Stress loans, दूसरा देख लीजिए, अभी क्या हो रही है? 1 महीने के बाद इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिए तो कानूनन मीनिंग प्रूडेंशियल नॉर्म्स के तहत इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिए तो स्ट्रेस लोन, फिर स्ट्रेस 1, स्ट्रेस 2, फिर एनपीए हो जाता है ना, हम सबको मालूम है. स्ट्रेस लोन्स वेर नॉट इवन रिकग्नाइज्ड एज एनपीए. छोड़ दिया, अरे हमारा है जी, छोड़ो, खाएगा पैसा. फोन लो, छोड़ दिया. IDBI's loans were all left without being categorized as NPA. Stressed accounts continued, the loans kept going. Under asset quality review, stressed loans were recognized as NPA transparently since after 2015. उससे पहले नहीं हुआ. And losses were provided for. अभी भी सब लोग पूछते हैं, losses दे रही हो मतलब राइट ऑफ कर रही हो? राइट ऑफ नहीं करते, मगर हिसाब किताब मेंटेन करने के समय एनी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट विल नो यू हैव टू प्रोवाइड फॉर द बुक्स टू बी बैलेंस्ड. मगर इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उनको छोड़ देते हैं, उनको पीछे पड़ते हैं, उनके संपत्ति को जब्त करते हैं एंड उसको ऑक्शन करके उस पैसों को वापस ले आएंगे. मगर वो सब कार्यक्रम शुरू हुआ 2015 से, उससे पहले नहीं. IDBI का हालात के ऊपर इतने सारे लोग क्या बोलते हैं, क्रोकोडाइल टीयर्स शेड कर रहे हो. कैसे शेड कर रहे हो जी? सुनो वो, और सुनो. As a result, gross NPAs of the bank rose from 12,685 crores. NPA उधर से मार्च 2015 को इतना हमने रिकग्नाइज किया, 12,685 crores रिकग्नाइज किया 2015 में. वो बढ़ते बढ़ते कहां तक पहुंचा? 60,875 crores by September of 2018. IDBI की हालत. आप बार नहीं, 1 मिनट. Oh, professor, you can't. You will have to get an answer on that also. No. ये प्रोफेसर जी का क्वेश्चन ये है कि 2018 मतलब आपके टाइम है. लोन तब का मैच्योर होते होते एनपीए बना हमारे टाइम में, मगर लोन देन आपका है जी, आपके समय का लोन है, वो बाद में आकर के एनपीए हुआ. ओके, फिर ठीक है, वो 4 hours. 1 minute. You can ask all that. You please, sir. Yes, Supriya ji. Sir, take quality. If you permit me,
questions I have. I appreciate everything that you're saying, but a lot has been said about the mudra loans. So my question to you, very humbly put, is that according to the data that is accessible to us, for about 53%, mudra was started by you, 53% of the loans are NPA, which is 4 lakh crores. This is what governs. महिला सक्षम है, उसको अपला मत वाला सबला है ये महिला. She doesn't need to be defended. And one more small question, since you talked about onions, I just have a small query. that I appreciate that you managed getting onions from Egypt. I come from Maharashtra, which is the largest pool collector of onions. Why has the production gone down? A. B. Bharti Pawar, she's sitting right here. She represents Nasik, so she will agree with me. This is not a political point I'm making at all. But the onion prices, when they were rock bottom, is the time of duration you gave. Was that the reason that they did not get the right remitter of prices? The MSP was not good. Hence, was the production gone down? Because I take great pride in being an Indian and proud to be an Indian, which feeds every Indian's mouth. So why is the production gone down? I'm not happy eating Egyptian onions. Why should India do it? And we export rice, we export milk, so many products. We are the second largest rice producer in the world, and wheat. Why are we doing this? Isn't it a regressive step? If you could kindly clarify both the points about the Mudra loan, which is NPA, as well as the onions, because the onion grower is the small farmer. The onion farmer is not the 20 and 30 acre one. He's the small farmer with less water. So he really needs to be protected, is my request.
In fact, मैं इतना लहसुन प्याज नहीं खाती हूँ जी, so don't worry. मैं ऐसे परिवार से आती हूँ जहाँ अनियन प्याज का मतलब नहीं रखते हैं. No, Honorable Member Supriya ji, I must say from 2014, I've also been part of some of the group of ministers which monitored the ups and downs in onion markets. Sometimes when there is a surplus of crop, we've also facilitated by giving support to those people who want to export it. I have overnight passed orders for helping with 5 to 7% assistance for exporting it. There are severe structural problems related to onions. One is we don't have scientifically advanced methods of storing. And I must appreciate the effort Nitin Gadkari ji, my senior colleague in the cabinet, has made. He even went to the extent of getting the Baba Atomic Research Center to come and tell how through radiation we can remove the moisture content of the onion and be preserved it for a longer shelf life. Like that, several, Nitin Gadkari ji ka usme itna effort tha. 1 minute. So that is one of the things. So we need to have greater scientific storage facility for onions, and we have started working on it. And for
because you know, I know your stand on research for GE is of the government. So they are not so keen.
Not every radiation, as much as I know, is harmful. Particularly for food items, particularly for perishable food items, there are scientifically accepted level which doesn't harm the human element. All that is kept in mind. Then also to give better storage capacities within that region, particularly. It's all right. Supriya ji is not my party, but still I hear her. Professor, don't worry. So the storage capacity, the type of storage, and also around Lasalgaon. I think most of us have heard of Lasalgaon, thanks to Nitin ji. Bar he has spoken to us about the pride that is in terms of onion capacities. So we are looking at ways in which we can improve the post-harvest capacities for onion. This year particularly, we've also had some of these districts undue weather conditions, flooding. As a result, the acreage has come down, and therefore, I think we have to keep the context in mind and not, I would want to, matter of fact, all of us will have to look at the way in which onion, which is a very seasonal crop, which doesn't have a long shelf life, it is a perishable, truly perishable vegetable, so it's something on all of us will have to look at ways in which, so the last thing about IDBI, we have after the 4 hours about which I've repeatedly spoken, after the 4 hours, now improvement for onion.
तो जब ऑनियन की शॉर्टफॉल हो रहे थे तो प्रीएम्प्टिव मेजर की तहत तुरंत बाहर से क्यों नहीं आयात किया आपने? अगर ठीक तरीके से आयात करते थे तो इस हालत नहीं होते। और दूसरी बात, आप कुछ कहते हैं कि बिचौलिया आ गए, जमाखोर आ गए, तो वजह क्या है? कि बिचौलिया के चलते, जमाखोर के चलते, ये आपकी सरकार की जो रवैया उसकी कमियां की चलते, सरकार की कामकाज की कोई कमियां की चलते, बिचौलिया की चलते, जमाखोरी की चलते, या सही वक्त पर आयात नहीं किया गया इसी के चलते, वजह क्या आप जानना चाहते हैं?
No. I am addressing on everything also. Premachandran ji, I am addressing every issue. I am also addressing the issue raised by one of the honorable members, and therefore, you should have the patience to listen to that also. No, I will listen to you. All right. Onion is something which even Adarji raised. Maharashtra MPs raised. So it's my duty to respond to them also. Hold on. So, I'm coming to IDBA. So the 4 R's that we adopted about reorganizing, restructuring, and recognizing that there's an NPA problem gave us this recapitalization step. Recapitalization was done by government by infusing 21,157 crores into IDBI since 2015 after we came. And LIC infused 21,624 crores. So both put together have given 42,781 crores to the IDBI only because of the rampant loan largesse which happened during 8 and 14. Now, this has reduced the net NPAs. Therefore, the NPA ratio from the peak of 17.3% in September of 2018, it has come down to 5.97% now in September 2019. So from 17.3, it has come down to 5.97, which is below the RBI's 6% net NPA threshold. And therefore, under the prompt corrective action, IDBA has come out because of this infusion of cash done by the government and also by the RBI, by the LIC. Now, therefore, the supplementary demand for grant, if it comes in, it is only because we are constantly correcting those errors, those largesse, those benefits which were given between 2008 to 14 as a national responsibility. So I hope that sort of addresses the majority of the questions. There were questions raised on railways, which I do not want to take too much time. I will probably stop with this. There is this question of the insurance companies. I've given you one on the IDBI. There are a few other things which I can go on an elaborate thing. I'm coming. That is something which you flagged today. I'm not giving it as an assurance, but that is something which I've heard from you. I'm certainly not giving an assurance, but I'll have to go back and see. You've given me some data, I'll have to go back to see. Where does that come from? Is it all NPA? What is it? I have to see. So let me go back to see that. To maintain as regards to the last word, sir, you say मैं समाप्त करूँगी. To maintain the regulatory minimum solvency across of the 3 public sector general insurance companies, United India Insurance, National Insurance, and Oriental India Insurance. This solvency is required, that which has been claimed here under the supplementary demand for grants. And therefore, I would want this infusion be cleared as a supplementary demand, because to write any new business, the pressure being faced by these companies on their balance sheets and margins will have to be eased out. And to bring in sustained growth and momentum to these companies, we need this infusion. And that is where the supplementary demand for grant includes 2,500. I've not finished. I've not even sat down, Mr. Kodikunil Sulesh. I've not even sat down. I've not even sat down. NPAs on Mudra, I've just been given something which I can share as a preliminary input. I'll of course have to come back. Against the total loans dispersed, Mudra ke upar, 2.52 is all that we have as NPAs. Against the total loans given under Mudra, 2.52% only is the NPA. Against the total amount outstanding, how much is outstanding? 6% is all that is outstanding. So, outstanding is something beyond due time. But I've already given you the input. So, with that, I suppose, Speaker Sir, मुझे इतना समय आपने दिया, उसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाह रही हूँ। एलैबोरेटली जवाब देने का मौका मिला मुझे। इसके बाद मैं आपके द्वारा रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ कि हाउस सप्लीमेंट्री डिमांड्स फॉर ग्रांट्स को पारित करें, जिससे सरकार चलाने में सुविधा होगा। धन्यवाद।
प्रोफेसर सौगत राय जी ने वर्ष 2019-2020 2019-2020 के अनुदानों की पूरक मांगों के संबंध में 7 कटौती प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत किए हैं। अब मैं सभी कटौती प्रस्तावों को सभा में मतदान के लिए रखूंगा। प्रश्न है कि प्रोफेसर सौगत राय द्वारा प्रस्तुत किए गए कटौती प्रस्ताव संख्या 1 से 7 को स्वीकृत किया जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हैं हाँ कहें, जो इसके विरोध में ना कहें। मेरे विचार में निर्णय ना वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, ना वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। कटौती प्रस्ताव अस्वीकृत हुए। अब मैं वर्ष 2019-2020 के लिए अनुपारक अनुदानों की मांगों के प्रथम बैच को सभा के मतदान हेतु रखना चाहता हूं। प्रश्न है कि कार्यसूची के स्तंभ 2 विभाग संख्या 1 से 4, 7, 8, 10, 11, 14 से 17, 19, 20, 22 से 27, 29, 32 से 34, 38, 40 से 44, 46 से 49, 51, 53, 56 से 58, 60 से 62, 64, 68, 69, 71, 72, 74, 75, 79, 82 से 84, 86, 89 से 91, 93, 94, 94 और 96 से 100 तक के सामने